Well, hello and welcome to day 12 of my 21-day challenge to living your best new year ever. This is another great day and action steps for you in your development of being your strongest person. An aspect of working to be more authentic, connected, and real involves examining how we think about the world around us. Many times we can have a sense of trying to control what's happening in the world around us, and we don't even realize it. These roots of needing control can go back into our childhood long ago when we were learning how to respond to the world around us by doing a behavior or reacting to something and then watching how others reacted to us and the reaction that we had. Okay, that gets a little complicated. We learn to behave in a certain way, seeking to get the attention, to be loved, to be affirmed, to be validated, to keep ourselves safe, to keep others safe, or to make others happy. We can miss this opportunity to grow up secure and in clear alignment of our purpose, being supported for who we really are. This can lead to fatigue and burnout if we are always striving to please people and to try to control the situations around us. When we are living in this state of reacting to others around us in order to please them or possibly keep ourselves safe, we are denying who we were created to be. That will not feel good. I have found that we cannot control anybody else or the things outside of ourselves. We can decide how it goes for us, how we will respond, how to process things in our world. We get to decide how it goes as far as we are concerned. Our true power, in the best sense of that word, comes through personal awareness and responsibility. With the use of healthy boundaries, which we will discuss on a later day. That's another really, really crucial topic. We can create a more real sense of self-awareness and greater self-confidence, which will allow us to grow into living the best version of ourselves, the one that we were created to be. That was kind of a lot. How would you feel if this world that, how would it feel if you didn't try to control this world around you and instead were free to just focus on how you're going to respond to it? This is so freeing. Okay, let's look at some things that we can control, some things that we can't control. It's a really good place to start and to just realize that there are a lot of things that are out of our control and we don't need to worry about them. We don't need to even necessarily plan for them. We just need to know that will be real, a real part of life. So we can control how we respond to situations, but we cannot control how someone else perceives us. We can control our habits, behaviors, and patterns, but we cannot control the behavior of anyone else. We can control where we put our time, energy, and focus, attention, but we cannot control where anyone else puts their time, focus, energy, and attention. We can control the meaning that we choose to assign to each situation, but we can't control the situations that we will encounter each day. We can control how we speak to others around us and to ourselves, but we cannot control how others choose to speak. So those are a few examples that I thought would be helpful for you to start with. Okay, our action steps. Am I reacting to someone? That's kind of leading with your ego. Or am I responding and you want to respond with love? And that's who you genuinely are. So number one, become aware of who you really are. We are keeping working on this, the same topic, but little different. It gets into lots of aspects of our life and our self-development. What is your purpose? The clearer you get on your purpose, the more flow you will have in this journey. But sometimes we don't have it all revealed to us. We just get a little bit, and then we dig a little deeper and a little deeper. We get more clear, more clear. It's like walking down a flight of steps, and you can see the next step, but you don't always see the bottom or what's ahead a few steps, and that's okay. Get comfortable with that. So we are building on our action steps from yesterday. So continue to grow in your self-awareness and your self-development. Number 2, when you are interacting with others in all the areas of your world, pay attention to how you feel. I like to use the word triggered for those times that something just doesn't feel good or right or true or just a little zing. You just feel this little, Um, and then think about, where do you feel that in your body? I typically feel that triggered in my heart, but I feel it like sometimes in my gut, other places too, sometimes in my back. So these triggers can often point to something in me that needs to be resolved, or something in the current situation that we need to get more clear on. So it could be, there are situations now with this where, let's say you're in a difficult situation with others, and you might just decide to not engage, and you're not going to go there. So like on social media, you're just going to scroll on by. You're just not going to engage in that. Or you're going to just ignore that comment and then just keep going. Or you might say, oh, I see. And then you're just going to move on and not engage in that. Or you might ask them for clarification. Just say, oh, is this what you're saying? This is what I heard. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're saying? Until you clearly understand what they're trying to communicate to you. If they're like directly communicating to you, or it could be to someone in your group too. It doesn't have to always be to you. So when you are doing this, don't be thinking about what you're going to say back, what your reply will be at this stage. You just want to understand clearly what they're saying. If we start thinking about what we're going to say, or what this means to us, like our reaction right away, then we potentially miss what they're trying to say to us. So get clear on what they're saying and what they're communicating. Often when I do that, ask, is this what you're saying? It's not at all what they're saying. Okay, or you might remain detached from that other person, like it was a off-color comment that you're just not going to go there. And if it's someone like in your family or someone that you're close to, just remember that you can disconnect from that, and that can be completely their statement, and it doesn't have it. You don't need to allow it to have a reflection on you, even if you're their spouse. Be reminded and live in the authenticity of who you are, and then respond in the truth of your thoughts, aligned with your true inner self and your voice, with kindness always. Okay, and step 3, resolve the triggers that come up in your journal work. And often for me that is later, like I will remember them because they were a trigger, and I usually remember my triggers, and then I will write them down. Sometimes I've been in meetings where I'm getting a lot of triggers all at once, and it's quite distracting, and they're so loud that I need to just write them down so that they'll get attention at a later time in my journal work. So the more repetitive areas that keep coming up with relationships that are challenging, or sometimes it's difficult people or a difficult coworker, you can plan your response in advance of what you could say in that situation. And if it was something hurtful, you might just say, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Or, oh, I see. And then you're just going to go on to something else, to a different topic. So don't be afraid to also tell that person, depending on what your relationship is, don't be afraid to tell them how that makes you feel, how you feel about that. Okay, you're going to find so much peace in releasing others to their own choices and not taking it on yourselves. That is so powerful. Be authentic with who you are in all the areas of your life, so that you're the same in the checkout lane as with your family, as with yourself, at work, at play. These easy steps we can often neglect in the process, where if we work through these, we will get closer to living who we really are in truth and authenticity, and we will have these little burdens removed from our back because we resolve conflicts that we've had, or mistruths that we have taken on. Sometimes, like an elementary grade teacher would say something to you, they didn't mean it at all like that, and we take that on and give it incredible meaning in our life, and later we can look back and go, wow, they just were making a comment on this. It didn't mean this really big thing that I put value on it. So, and another thing with this is when you're interacting with people, believe that they have your best interest in mind. That changes my perspective so much when communicating with people and frees me to just let them speak, and I'm just going to take the good from it. So, enjoy doing these action steps today, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 13. Have a great day.